What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, if you missed it, then that's a shame. You should probably go back and watch it, because I can't really summarize it for you, because I recorded it 2 months ago. I've been busy. But, I'm back now, and I'm going to continue the series now. So, I'm just going to refresh myself. I'm going to give you a quick team recap, because, I don't normally do this, but, like, it's more for me, honestly, than it is for you, but, like, since I'm doing it, you might as well, like, listen, get a sense of the team. So we got Henrietta the Pidgeotto. It's not going to be, like, a big team recap, it's going to be, like, a really small one, just to, like, refresh my memory. So, I mean, I guess I could go through moves, just, like, to refresh my memory, as I said. So we got Tackle, Sand Attack, Gust, Quick Attack, good. Okay, next one. Juan, is it was our Mareep, but now it is a Hoppip. So, that's level 17. And that's Tackle, Growl, Thundershock, Stun Spore. Thundershock's still there from when they were a Mareep. We got an egg. It has not hatched yet. I wonder what it will hatch into. We have no way of knowing. Rachel, the Persian, we caught recently. That is only level 6. We need to train that one up. Scratch, Growl, Bite. Okay, so that is the team. And we don't have to worry about abilities yet. We have Juan in front right now. Only 20 health out of 42. That's less than half, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll manage just fine. Things we're running into are probably not that high level, considering we just caught a Persian that was level 6. And I'm guessing that was, like... I remember that being, like, pretty far into the last episode, so I'd imagine that that was one of the last things we did in that episode, so we are still on that route where we caught that Persian. So now we're fighting this trainer here. That glance, it's intriguing. And, I like the transition, by the way. I never mentioned this transition. I don't know if it's the same one as in Gen 1. I don't think it is, but maybe I'm just being silly. I think it's a slightly more detailed one than in Gen 1. In general, like, graphics between Gen 1 and Gen 2 are pretty similar, but, like, the small things that they did upgrade, small upgrades they did make to the graphics, are really nice. And I genuinely do not remember that, like, big pokeball sprite appearing, like, when you go into battle. And now you look back on it, and it actually looks, like, pretty corny and, like, not very well done. Much like the smog animation, which looks like... It's honestly, like, kind of disgusting, the way it's, like, textured. I don't really know what... I don't really, like, think textured is the right word. Because texture implies, like, feeling it, and we're not able to feel it. Obviously, it's just, like, a thing in a video game. But, like, just the way it looks in terms of texture, like, the way its texture looks just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it would have the texture of smoke, just looking at it. It does not look, like, smoky. It looks like, kind of like sand, honestly, the way that they textured it. But, yeah, I mean, I guess texturing is a term, like, in video game design. It just doesn't look like smoke. Barely looks like smoke. I mean, I can identify that it's smoke, but it could look better, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that aged well, that animation. This is disappointing. Indeed. Yes, it is for you. But for me, it is very nice, because I got out of another battle alive. So, Juan, we had to switch out there, but I don't think that was so much because of Juan being, like, too weak at the present moment. I feel like that was more just a factor, just a, like, result of Juan not being very evenly matched. I don't think we need to switch them out of the front just yet. I found some good Pokemon in the grass. I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it for me. So, I also like how the transition, because I feel like in Gen 1 it was like the battle transition was like a like sweeping type of thing, where it like went around in a circle like a clock. Like it was just like a circle, and it's like one hand, like the minute, like the hands of a clock that go like around, but like, and then they like, but like imagine like that, it, like the hands of a clock going around, but then like behind them is like black, right? So it's like going around in like a clock, like going around in a circle across the screen. Obviously the screen is a square, but like, you know what I mean? Like that general, like going around the screen. And then like behind like the hand would be like black. So it would just be like slowly filling in black by going around the screen in like a clock type of motion where it's going like around. Not like from left to right or like from top to bottom it's turning black, like it's going around the screen. Even though the screen is a square, it's going in like a circular type of motion. But I believe it was going counterclockwise, not clockwise. We do, I think, need to heal. because this is a fully evolved Pokemon and we are not, so that immediately makes me worried that this thing might be able to one-shot us, especially when we have Poison, to deal that little extra bit of damage. Again, that smoke screen. Don't like that animation. Something about it just doesn't look very smoky to me. That's 2 fire types in a row, by the way. So, yeah. Now that I see the Typhlosion, I remember what we were facing in the last fight. At least I did, but now I forgot again. Oh, it was a Magmar. Yeah, it was a Magmar. And Magmar obviously was not a good match for Hoppip, so that was why I ended up switching out Quan immediately. But, so obviously I did that in this battle too, but once again, it is not an issue of, like, Quan is, low health. They can't really do anything right now. Like, we don't need to switch them out of the front, well, before we go into a battle. We just need to, like, switch them out of the front if we're fighting a fire type, or something else that's super effective on us. Flying and Grass I don't think is a very good type. I think there are a lot of things that are super effective on us, so in general, I just don't think Hoppip is a very good lead, because there are a lot of situations where that lead is, like, bad, just because there are a lot of things that are super effective against us, as I said. But, I will just try to keep them in the lead anyway, because as I said, I want Hoppip to evolve as soon as possible. I remember I did look up when Hoppip was going to evolve, but at this point it's been so long since the last time I recorded that I completely forgot. So, I don't remember it being too far from here, though, so we're just going to keep them in the front of the party until they do, because I really just don't want to have to have Hoppip on my team for much longer than I have to, realistically. So, like, Henrietta's not going to evolve until, level, somewhere in the 30s. I'm not very good with, like, I don't think I'm very good with, like, memorizing Pokemon's evolution levels, but I think I can, like, I can get, like, around where it evolves. Like, most Pokemon, I could not tell you the exact level where it evolves, but I could tell you, like, that's 30 to 36. Like, it's somewhere in that range. It is definitely somewhere in that range for Pidgeotto to Pidgeot. I just don't remember the exact number. I'm always really tempted to say 36, but, like, it's not often 36. I feel like the only one that's actually 36 is Charizard, and it's just that Charizard is, like, such a, like, a Pokemon that gets so much attention that 36 really sticks with me, even though I feel like not a lot of Pokemon actually evolve to their final evolution at 36. I feel like for a lot of Pokemon it's actually a lot earlier. Hopefully this doesn't kill, because I could have healed, and if I could have prevented it, if that would have killed because I didn't heal, then I would have been very angry at myself for not healing, but that did not kill. That was good. I now saw how much damage that ever does. It does 8, and so a crit would do 16, so even a crit would not have killed. That's good. There's no reason for me to be mad at myself besides just, like, general lack of paying attention, which I guess is a valid reason to be angry at myself regardless, because I should have been paying attention to how much damage they were doing, and I should have been paying attention to whether or not a crit would have killed me. Even though it wouldn't have in that situation, I'm still kind of upset with myself for being that irresponsible as not to pay any attention to the fact that it might. But we are killing his Typhlosion, thank goodness, because we ran out of potions. That was getting very scary. In general, it's just very scary that, like, Henrietta is poisoned, so they have that, like, extra damage that's being done to them in return. It's making things a lot harder for us. I hope we run into a Pokemon Center soon, so we can cure this poison. Darn, I thought I could win, and in general, just, like, another town soon, so that we could buy more potions. Veronica, the Reformer, we have talked to you a couple times throughout the series so far, and it's been such a short series, but we have really been getting a lot of calls from Veronica, the Reformer, so let's see what he has to say this time. Alex, good evening. It's me, Veronica. Got a minute? How are your Pokemon doing? My Clefairy is really energetic. It's a handful. Oh, yeah, I mean, I managed to beat a tough Jumpluff. Ah, a Jumpluff. It may be difficult. I mean, what did you have, a Clefairy? Yeah, that might be a difficult battle. I can see how it would be. I need to make my party stronger. See you later. Yeah, get your Clefairy evolved into a Clefable. That will be much better for you. Clefable's not exactly the best Pokemon in the world, but it's better than, obviously, a Clefairy. Even if it's not, like, the best evolution line in general, just, like, an evolved Pokemon is better than a not-evolved Pokemon, so you should get that Clefairy up into a Clefable, and possibly just, like, get more Pokemon, because Clefairy, even if it does become a Clefable, is not gonna do it for you, if you want to make it big as a trainer, or whatever. But, how would you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you right now, just $1 million! I don't necessarily have that, but, thank you for the offer. You'll want this, no. You don't want it? Then scram! Shoo! Sorry, I'm not one of those, rich dudes who can just, like, afford to spend $1 million willy-nilly. Like, that's a lot of money for me, dude. I apologize, but you are not making that sale on me. try someone else. Try one of those rich boys that seem to be around every once in a while. Like I know there's like a rich boy trainer class or something like that. So they would probably be the better candidate for buying that. You probably want to go to them instead, not me. I don't have that kind of money. I don't think I will actually ever have $1 million like at any point in this game. I don't really pay attention to how much money you get in Pokemon, but I don't think it's $1 million. I don't pay attention to how much money you typically get. I feel like I tend to rack up more than the average person because I buy like potions and stuff sparingly. But where are we even going right now? I have no idea. That badge, it's from Violet City. You beat Volkner? Yes, I did. It was not hard at all, actually. I don't see why you seem so so confused about it, like so surprised. It wasn't difficult at all. Actually, I feel like I don't quite remember because I did Nuzlocke this game a while ago. I feel like in the normal Nuzlocke, it was much harder to beat Volkner than in the randomized Nuzlocke. He was not giving me a lot of trouble this time around, which is good. Which is good. I'm not gonna complain. For an easy first gym, not gonna complain. However, like, maybe some of the next gyms, I would like to be, like, a little bit harder, just for the content, just to entertain y'all, make sure it's entertaining. But, for the first gym, I'm not gonna complain that it was a little bit easy. That's nice. That's nice to have, like, an easy first gym, because that way you get to, like, build up your team properly before they start going with the hard stuff. Another Sentret. This person has 2 Sentrets, maybe even 3, but I highly doubt that. We're just gonna kill this Sentret, be amazed at the fact that they have 2 Sentrets. Like, that's crazy. Out of all the Pokemon that they could have randomized to, it randomized into another Sentret. Like, what are the chances of that? Like, 2 Sentrets in a row? That's crazy. But, like, if there was a 3rd Sentret, that would be even crazier. I doubt there's gonna be a 3rd Sentret, because, like, the odds of that, crazy, like, nuts. But they still have a 3rd Pokemon, so it could be another Sentret. Let's see. Ivysaur, not a Sentret. Okay. But, like, 2 Sentrets on its own is, like, crazy. That's nuts, that he just had 2 in a row. Wow. Like, this guy should go, like, buy a lottery ticket or something, because, like, that is wacky. That is just, like, wacky, that he got 2 Sentrets in a row. Like, that the randomizer just, like, spun, just, like, rolled the wheel, like, they rolled the randomizer, took a roll of the randomizer, and it gave him 2 Sentrets in a row. That's nuts. But he does have an Ivysaur now in the back, much stronger, I would say, than his Sentrets. I would even say that, like, 2 Sentrets combined are not as strong as an Ivysaur. So he started out with a not weak Pokemon. He started out with a weak Pokemon, had the same weak Pokemon, and then after that he had a much better Pokemon. So frankly, I mean, unfortunate roll that you got 2 Sentrets, because those aren't very strong, but at least you got something a little bit stronger in the back. I know what my weaknesses are. Yeah, your weaknesses are, like, fighting and psychic. And oh my gosh, okay, so our starter is evolving into an actual starter. I did not think that it would be evolving so soon, actually. I guess I just forgot. I'm sure it wasn't, like, Hoppip evolves at 18. I'm sure that's not the level that it said on Pokemon Database. Maybe they changed the level? Maybe the level has changed over the years? Maybe it's different now? And so it's showing me, like, the most current level, instead of, like, the one that it would be in this game. But I'm sure it did not say level 18. I thought it said, like, level 20-something, like, early 20s. Union Cave, ahead. Okay, so do I need to go through Union Cave? I don't know how this game works. I don't remember how this game, like, how this game is. I don't remember, like, the plot of this game. I don't remember how this game goes. Do I have to go here now? Is this, like, a required area? Is this just an optional area? Like, where am I? I'm not aware of Union Cave. I don't know what this place is. I don't know the significance of it. Whoa, what a surprise! I know, I don't expect this cave. I didn't see it coming. I didn't expect to see anyone here. Yeah, I didn't expect to see the entire cave, honestly, because I just forgot that this was here. Now that I'm hearing Union Cave, well, not hearing it, but, like, I'm reading it. It's, like, ringing a bell, sort of. I do sort of recall hearing of a cave at one point called Union Cave. But, yeah, I don't remember the significance of this cave, or if this cave is even significant, or even if this cave is, like, completely optional or not. I don't know where this cave takes me. I don't know if it takes me anywhere. It could just be one of those, like, one of those just, like, caves that doesn't lead anywhere. It just has no, like, you just, like, enter and exit the same way. There's no, like, exit that's separate from the entrance. It's just, like, you enter, and then you do what you want to do in here, and then you leave. Like, I don't know if it actually leads anywhere. I don't know if it's, like, a path or just a cave. Like, obviously, like, Rock Tunnel is a tunnel, you know? It's, like, not a cave, because it doesn't really, like, because caves just, like, don't lead anywhere. It's like a tunnel. It's taking you somewhere, unlike a cave, which is just sort of there. So maybe, like, this is following the same philosophy, like, it's a union cave, not a union tunnel, so it's not gonna lead me anywhere. It's just, like, here. Whoa! I'm beaten big time! Like, I don't know if that's how Pokemon operates with their naming schemes, that, like, caves never lead anywhere, but, like, tunnels and, like, Victory Road do, because, like, Victory Road leads somewhere. Victory Road is a road. It doesn't have cave in the name. Rock Tunnel leads somewhere. It's a tunnel. It doesn't have cave in the name. It has tunnel in the name. But, like, so I don't know if that's how, like, Pokemon naming schemes operate in terms of, like, cave places. Like, if it's called a cave, it's not going to lead anywhere. But that could be the case. I'm going to weaken down this Venomoth as best I can. I don't know how many Pokeballs I have. I don't think it's a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch this thing. I might have no Pokeballs at all, actually. Let's see. I have 3 Pokeballs and 2 Moonballs. I don't know how I get 2 Moonballs, because I don't go like the Apricorn man and get my Pokeballs crafted, get like special custom Pokeballs crafted. But I mean, I guess the randomizer was a big fan of giving me Moonballs, because I got 2. Like, 1 would just be like, oh, that's just like random, you know, but like 2, that's a pattern. Like, out of all the like random custom Pokeballs it could have given me, it chose to give me 2 Moonballs. Like, that is an interesting pattern that it got going there. Like, there are a lot of Pokeballs to choose from in this game. Like, if it was just, like, Gen 1, and there's, like, only 3 types of Pokeballs, then I wouldn't be, like, too surprised if I get, like, different types of Pokeballs. If I get, like, multiple of the same types of Pokeballs. But, like, with this, like, Moonball, when there's, like, also Fast Ball, and, like, Friend Ball, and, like, or Quick Balls in this game, I don't know. But, like, point is, there's a lot of different Pokeballs that you can get crafted in this game, so it's weird to me that it gave me 2 Moonballs of all things. It gave me, like, duplicates, and not just, like, many different kinds. But here we go, there we go, Venomoth is caught! I don't remember what our last Pokemon, well, oh, I was gonna say I don't remember what our last Pokemon's gender was, so I don't remember what gender I'm naming this. But, genders are just a thing in this game, I don't have to do that anymore like I did in Gen 1. Wouldn't want to have another, instance of accidentally naming a Pokemon a boy's name when they were a girl, looking at my starter Juan, as an example. When it attacks, it flaps its large wings violently to scatter its poisonous powder all around. Sounds threatening. We should give it a threatening nickname. It's male. What is the most threatening nickname I can give? It's a real name, because I'm going with real names. What is threatening? What is a name that you would hear and you'd be like, ooh, that's scary? What's a name that strikes fear? That's what we need. Pokemon named Stewart yet? Let's do Stewart. A name that strikes fear in the hearts of all that hear it. Stewart. I hope I spelled Stewart right. If I spelled Stewart wrong, that's really awkward. Because I made a big deal about it and everything. Like, a name that strikes fear in the heart of many. Stewart. As long as it's misspelled, then it's really terrifying. Just misspell the name that I was hyping up so much. Sounds like me. Sounds like something I would do. Anyway, what's this guy got? Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Let's see what Pokemon he's got for me that I'm supposed to fight. You're headed to Azalea, aren't you? Am I? Let my Pokemon see if you are good enough to battle. Okay, so if this cave does lead me to Azalea, which I can deduce by the fact that this guy said, you're headed to Azalea, aren't you? That would seem to indicate that the place this place leads to is Azalea Town. That is a Ho-Oh. It is level 4. That is good, because if it was, like, considerably higher level, then I would be screwed. If it was, like, at the same level as, like, Henrietta or Juan, around that same level, then I would be absolutely destroyed. I would be in so much trouble. But, it's not. It's level 4. Rachel could probably handle it if they were a little higher level, but like, Rachel is only 2 levels above. So I want to be careful, and I want to switch Rachel out. It is a Ho-Oh, and that is Stab, so it might do some damage, but it is only level 4. So, on the other hand, Juan could take it. I believe in Juan, especially now that they are a water type, and that is not very effective. Thundershock, I mean, we could just keep the burn there. I feel like, I don't even know if we have something to heal the burn. But even if we do, I feel like it would be a waste to use that, just because like we're gonna be out of this like Ho-Oh's way soon enough, and then we're gonna have like an actual chance to heal without it like heal the burn without it like taking up a turn. We could just like heal it outside of battle. We could just like wait till the battle's over and heal it outside of battle. We could just like I know that they have a Pokemon after this. but, like, we could just, like, kill the solo, switch out, and then we don't have to worry about the burn anymore. Like, it's not a big problem, especially because, like, we are a special attacker, so it's not like it lowering our attack is a problem. Really, the main problem with the burn here, on this particular Pokemon, because it is a special attacker, not a physical attacker, is that it's doing the damage, and we could, like, put up with that until we switch out. So we are switching out right now, just because, like, we don't want Juan to keep taking burn damage. I don't know how many potions I have with me right now. We might not have enough to, like, heal up effectively. But Spinarak's coming in. One reason is, the major reason why I switched is just because, I wanted to get the, I wanted to, like, not deal with the burn anymore. I didn't want, Juan to be out there taking more damage, and I didn't even notice what was coming in. I was too busy talking and not, like, comprehending what was coming in, but that was a good switch regardless. I wasn't really, like, looking at what was coming in. I wasn't really, like, planning, like, hey, it would be good to switch in Henrietta specifically right now. I was just like, let's switch, Juan to anything, so that Juan no longer has to sit there and deal with taking damage from burn. I wasn't really paying attention to, like, whether my switch was good or not. I had Juan's interest in mind, not the Pokemon I was switching into, so therefore, I wasn't checking if, like, the thing I was switching into was something Henrietta was good against. However, Henrietta did just happen to be good against that Spinarak that was, like, being sent out next. So that was a good switch, an unintentionally good switch, but a good switch nonetheless. Oh! So, now Henrietta is, like, Henrietta was strong before, but Henrietta is, like, continuously our MVP here, because Juan just keeps, Juan was a fully unevolved Pokemon, and then they evolved into another fully unevolved Pokemon, and then they evolved into another fully unevolved Pokemon. Like, they just keep evolving into first stage Pokemon, and so they are not being very useful to us right now. Luckily, I think the Totodile should have evolved already by now, like level 18. I don't think it takes any Pokemon past that level, any, like, starter Pokemon past that level to make its first evolution. So I feel like next time we level it up, Totodile will be evolving again, which is unfortunate, and it's unfortunate in that case that it's randomized, because, well, Croconaw is really cool. In general, the Totodile line's really cool. Like, Totodile, Feraligatr, Croconaw, all cool. So it is kind of a bummer that this Totodile will not be evolving into a Croconaw when it evolves next level. However, at the same time, randomized evolutions are cool, so that's why I have them on. It may not be the best thing, but it is the more entertaining. It may not be, like, the best thing in terms of, like, giving you the stronger Pokemon, but it is the more entertaining thing. So that's what I'm gonna go with. And in general, I just think that, like, not only is it more entertaining for you guys, it's more entertaining for me, because I'm never gonna know what the Pokemon's gonna evolve into. It's just exciting. It's more exciting that way, because, like, when you played as much Pokemon as I have, and you've been a fan of the series for as long as I have, I know what everything's gonna evolve into. It doesn't surprise me anymore. But I want it to, but, like, if I randomize it, then it's gonna surprise me, then it's gonna be much more exciting for both you and me, because neither of us is gonna know what the Pokemon is going to evolve into, which is, like, replacing that mystery that we've lost over the years, because now we know so much about Pokemon. Now it's a mystery again. Now we, once again, have no idea what this Pokemon is going to evolve into. I flamed out! Sorry, I didn't read the rest of your dialogue. You had, like, opening dialogue, but I just wasn't reading it because I didn't feel like it, because I was talking. On weekends, you can hear strange roars from deep in the cave. I wonder what's making those strange roars. Probably some, like, there's probably some lore reason for it. I doubt that guy just, like, says something for the sake of saying something. I bet there's, like, some strong Pokemon that lives in here, like some legendary or something that's, like, in the depths of this cave that I can't access right now. Or at least, like, not even, like, a legendary, but, like, something strong at least. Some, like, static encounter or something that I just don't know about, because, once again, I don't know about this cave. I forgot this cave existed. I recognize the name Union Cave only. I don't recognize, like, the location. I just recognize the name. See, I don't know about this location. I don't know what happens in this location. I don't know the significance of this location. But, judging by that dialogue, I would say that there is some sort of powerful static encounter somewhere in this cave. Otherwise, I don't know why he'd be bringing up this mysterious roar. There's another person. We ran into one of you last episode, and we actually caught one of you last episode. The Pokemon that we're running into in the wild in this cave don't seem to be very strong, so we could honestly afford to probably have one of our level 6 Pokemon in the front. And frankly, we probably should, because Henrietta is getting levels. They're getting mad levels. They are getting so much XP that they really don't need because they're already pretty high level. Meanwhile, our Pokemon Rachel and Stuart are suffering out here because they're not getting the XP they need in order to become stronger. They're still down there at level 6, chilling out there with like very little power, and we just need to train them up. We need to get them stronger because we cannot be going into the next gym with 2 level 6 Pokemon on our team, while the rest of our Pokemon are level 18 or like around level 20 by that point. They'll probably be, honestly. We need a well-rounded team with good levels. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's episode. EV Clan, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and this is Alex Espion, signing off.